Hello people, welcome back to the channel of Barno. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to more of a raw talk on a Sunday morning by the title of this video. So good morning, or maybe good evening when I actually upload this video. It's currently a Sunday morning. Getting some steps in because it's my rest day off the gym, but I still got to smash the 10k steps. Summer shred is the main thing for me. At the minute, it's still gloomy. I mean, once again, England, another day of rain. Classic UK, bring me the summer immediately. But hope you're all well. Hope everyone's having a good year so far. We're mid-Feb already, end of February already. March approaching. Year's going a little bit too quick for my liking, but we keep grinding. But hope you're all doing well. If you're new to the channel as well of Barno, drop a subscribe, as my goal this year is to smash 1,000 subs on YouTube. And if you're back again, just drop a like. Very much appreciated as well. So today's sort of video, it's a bit more of just a raw chat, not a football vlog, not something to do with cars or gym or anything like that. A bit more of a raw personal chat about something I endure, I wouldn't say suffer, definitely not suffer, something I just have with me that's never really ever going to leave me, unfortunately. But I just thought I'd try and break it down because I've made a couple videos on TikTok about it, and a few people have asked me a few questions of how to sort of deal with it and what it's actually all about. So I'm 26, right? Obviously I don't look 26 half time. People think I look way younger, but I'm 26. So I have a thing called, I'll put a word here, I'll highlight it here, Dyspraxia. Now, Dyspraxia is, how to explain it in a simple form, my coordination is very clumsy. So technically speaking, as a generic fashion, I'm a very, very clumsy person, which a lot of people don't, you can't really pick up on it if you ever see me doing things, but I am a very, very clumsy person when doing any form of task, really. Obviously, I'm in the gym quite a lot, so I can be quite clumsy in the gym, I can be quite clumsy at home. Sometimes I've made little clumsy mistakes at work. It's just one of them things that happens, unfortunately. But it's just one of them things, well, I say one of them things. It's one of the things that happens, unfortunately, but it's never ever going to leave me. So I have to admit and deal with, I can be quite a clumsy person at most times. So I got diagnosed with this when I was, Jesus, throwing it back now, 12, 13 years old. So quite a long time ago. So, you know, I'm 26 now, so it's been a while. But I got diagnosed with it then, and I just never really caught on to it or just really actually looked into why I'm actually so clumsy and other things as well, like speech, etc, etc. And so I've kind of been growing up in my 20s, like the last couple of years, kind of come to realise how much of an effect it does take on me at times, but never really actually understood it too much. In the last couple of years, I've really actually looked into it, and I've made a couple of videos on it. People have actually now asking me questions. I kind of want to know a little bit more about it. Now, before I actually try and delve into this a little bit more, I don't want any sympathy whatsoever or feel sorry for me. Like, it's one of them things I'm going to have. I just get on with it. I can laugh about it at times and just crack on. Like, it's never going to leave me. I'm always going to be a clumsy person, but it doesn't matter. As long as I'm still kind of enjoying life, do me thing, working, gym, making videos, I'm happy. I'll just be clumsy half the time when I do it, and sometimes my speech might be a little bit all over the shop or I can't get my words out. It's just one of them things I have with dyspraxia. But yeah, it tends to be, it's just a very clumsy thing. So obviously, starting off, I go to the gym 6 days a week. So obviously being in a gym with being clumsy and also like coordination movements doesn't really go hand in hand all of the time, unfortunately. So when I started going gym, it was like my brain was learning what to do and knowing what to do. Trying to coordinate my body to actually do it was a nightmare to begin with. The same thing still happens now, you know, certain times I'm like, certain movements, I can look like an absolute tit. I'll laugh about it, but I look an absolute tit, and I'm just like, Barno, mate, what are we doing here, lad? Like, my body knows, I say that body, my brain knows what it wants to do, and it's worked out in its head, and my body's just going, yeah, nah, mate, we ain't doing it that way, and it's going to take you a little while to figure it out. So obviously that's quite challenging. I say it's challenging. It's a good challenge for me to get better at coordination movements. Obviously being in a gym, there's like multiple thousands of different movements, exercises, obviously with different weights, reps, etc, etc. So yeah, trying to perfect, trying to get good form in the gym's always a big thing for me. So yeah, that's always been a big challenge with Dyspraxia, obviously gym, and obviously I'm being clumsy and my brain trying to work out the movements of my body. It's a formula you have to try and get correct. So one way I've kind of, I say it's not like, it's like a hack, but it's just more of like an actual strategy. I do this with actually most things outside of the gym as well, even at home, just like making food, etc., etc. I use it for like everything, like a 1, 2, 3 step method. So kind of plan it, figure it out, and then execute the movement afterwards of whether I'm actually going to do what I'm supposed to be doing. Especially like the gym as well, you know, if you like set yourself up right, get in the right position, then execute the movement, happy days. So that's one method that I've always learned with it. I've told a lot of people as well with it as well, that just use a 1, 2, 3 step method, write it down if you have to. It always works, or it works most of the time for me anyway. So basically, yeah, so my coordination is a little bit clumsy as hell, as I keep saying, but obviously a lot of people never really picked up on it. I'm going to turn around here because I need to go back the other way. Not a lot of people can never really pick up on it because it's kind of very, very hidden. Obviously a lot of people know me in person, but they wouldn't really suspect the fact that I'm actually quite a clumsy person. They just kind of see me in. But yeah, I can be a clumsy idiot at times, and I've had some hell of an incidents at times. Honestly, trust me, I've had some belters over the years. So many clumsy incidents that I've had. Like the other week, oh my God. Here's how clumsy I get, right? So, made some food, bowl of Cocoa Pops. And obviously I've left the bowl in like the worst place ever. So I put it above a cupboard. And I'm in a cupboard and I've just reached my arm in the complete wrong way. Tried to pull out a pack of rice. Just checking if I had rice for dinner. And I've caught it wrong. Rice fell out the cupboard. And obviously there's a bowl of Cocoa Pops below on like the counter. And obviously where do you think the rice actually landed, people? Right in that bowl, and then literally bang, it just went absolutely everywhere. Like clumsy incidents like that, they happen all the time. But I just got to the point of where I absolutely laugh about it now. Moving on to like a different side of it, obviously when I've made a couple TikToks, Instagram videos, etc., all about it, couple people, it does kick them down a bit. I mean, I've had certain times where it's kicked me down. Like you want to try to achieve something, obviously being clumsy and your movement's not fantastic, it puts you off of actually trying to do it. Like you gotta kind of challenge yourself with it. Just don't give up hope here. Don't give up hope as well. Like don't think it's like the end of the world because you can't do that certain thing because you're a little bit clumsy and your movement's not fantastic. Like it's one of them things you're gonna have to deal with, unfortunately. Like over time you can literally just work towards it. Keep working towards that thing you're doing with your movement or how clumsy you are. Just keep working with it. Like driving a car, that's my main thing I need to do this year, is actually learn how to drive a car. Like I've done 2 manual tests now, completely failed both. Like thing for me, obviously coordination stuff, that manual gearbox is, I just have absolute havoc. Just can't always get it right. I'm always like, my brain's just overlaying and just thinking about the gearbox, and not actually working out what's going on the road and actually like visualizing that. So stuff like that, you know, switch from manual and then learn to drive an auto, you know, makes it easier. Then you're not working, you know, the movement, you don't have to do as much. I know it's a bit lazier, but it can work. There's ways around these things that you can make work, people. Like it genuinely can happen. So that's the main thing for me. I need to just get an auto test and just get that out the way, because manual gearbox for me, driving a car, yeah, it doesn't work. I just completely collapsed every time. And both tests I've done, driving tests, massive collapse both times. So yeah, things like that. There's always alternatives. You can always work towards it. You can always get around it and then eventually achieve what you want to achieve, you know. Driving a car, learning new gym movements, all sorts of things. Playing sport, you know, that's a big thing. You know, if you want to learn to play football or, you know, I'm into NFL, mate. So playing American football's mad. I wouldn't mind doing a bit of that one day. But just anything, cricket, basketball, like all sorts of sports. Like even just like motorsport, driving a race car. Drive an auto race car, fuck it, you know what I mean? But yeah, just people tend to give up a little bit with it too easy. Like it's never the end of the world, people. Don't give up. Like genuinely don't give up. I mean, I've amount of times I've wanted to give up, especially with the gym at certain times, because I used to be a big lad, like 23 stone, like big, and obviously had some help from a very good friend of mine, Mr. Liam Pender, helped me get into shape. But obviously going along, trying to learn movement, coordination, obviously dieting as well. That's the main reason why I dropped all the weight. But doing all of that, it was a bit of it got a lot of pressure at times. I'm kind of like thinking I can't do the movement right. It's not working. I'm not going to be able to drop the weight. just can't get it right. And there's multiple times I just wanted to give up, but you have to have a bit of resilience with these things. Just resilience, keep on going, just don't stop. Like genuinely, just don't stop. Even on the bad days, just keep going. 1 day closer every single day, 1% better every single day. Just 1% strategize how your movement can be better towards doing those things and your coordination. You'll still get your clumsy incidents in between. So that's kind of like one of the main ones. The second one that I kind of struggle with quite an awful lot is speech. Now, when you kind of watch my vlogs or TikToks and Instagrams, when obviously I'm talking in them, it's kind of like a perfect final cut edit. This video here, I'm just doing in one full raw take. I'm going to show you raw reality, because me with speech and words is a little bit, I've got better at it over the years. I think making videos and talking to cameras definitely helped with that an awful lot. Because when I started vlogging, Jesus man, I couldn't even get me words out. I didn't even know what to say. So with speech, it's like pronunciations, for example, for me, I can absolutely butcher them. Obviously for someone who makes footy videos and obviously watches football players, and obviously football players do have some crazy names or just different pronunciations, the amount of times I get them wrong, mate, honestly. My pronunciations of football names, because one day I'll say it correct, the next day I get it wrong. Like pronunciation is always a big thing. Secondly, I call it the jumble. I can jumble up my words and get them backwards very, very simply. The amount of times I've tried filming vlog clips from my YouTube and I've just said a sentence and it sounds completely backwards, and I'm like, what have I just come out with there, mate? It's like, it's one of them things that happens. You tend to jumble up your words a lot, and it's not like it's a stutter. You just kind of jumble, and you just need to sort of stop, slow your word down, reset, try and speak with a little bit of, not volume, what's the word for it? Projection, that's it. Speak with a little bit projection. See, that's what I mean. I stumble like that. Projection. Speak with projection. Slow it down. Speak with projection. Get your voice out. Like, if you speak too fast and jumble it up, you end up just getting so frustrated and stressed out. And it's like, just calm it down. 1, 2, 3 step method. Slow it down. Project your voice. Get it done. It's just one of them things. But obviously, a lot of people don't really. Obviously, I've spoke to lots of people, obviously in person, because obviously work and gym, and people that obviously see me doing me vlogs on the internet, etc., and me live streams on TikTok. And I don't think that you would never really pick up on the fact of I do stutter, or not stutter, I do jumble up my words quite an awful lot. Obviously now I've kind of said it, you might pick up on it a little bit more, but what I've done more recently, instead of trying to go for perfect final cut edits of all my vlogs, just put in the raw clip. Even if I jumble up my words, just chuck it in, keep it raw, keep it real, because I just want to be authentic as possible, you know. That's me, that is Barno. I just like to be authentic, honest, showcase the real stuff, and I need to start doing that more, just actually showing what my voice actually sounds like half the time, how many times I jumble up my words, how many times I pronounce and get words completely wrong, because that is a big thing that I do all the time. But that's like the two main things I definitely have, is just being clumsy and obviously my speech. But you know, it's kicked me down before. I think a couple years ago, obviously before I started gym, being overweight and all of that other stuff, obviously picking up on how bad it actually was, how clumsy it actually was. I did used to really sit in a dark room alone at night and kind of think, yeah, mate, like what's going on here? This thing's like really taking over your life. But you just kind of have to work with it. Like, if you know what I mean, you just have to work alongside it. Like, it's not one of them things where it's curable and it just disappears like that overnight. You kind of, this thing's going to stick with me for the rest of my life. And I've now come to the last couple of years, just learned how to work with it, man. You know, my speech has got a lot better. I think that's just from the vlogging, just actually learning how to talk properly. Because if you know me as well, obviously I try being confident as possible with certain situations that I go out in, like social situations, I want to go to the football, etc., etc. But obviously, secondly, I have always been the shy kid. You know, I think being younger, I was always a bit of a shy lad. I never really used to talk a lot. Now I kind of try and talk as much as I can, or just try and actually have more conversations as the days goes on. But I've always kind of been the shy reserved kid. You know, I never really used to come out of my shell when I was a lot younger. I used to get in school all the time. You know, he's a nice kid, but he just never really comes out of his shell. He doesn't really say a lot. Kind of learning now, I'm kind of come out my shell a little bit more. Definitely built up some more character and actually slowly finding my genuine true self over the last couple of years, you know, self-discovery and all of that good stuff. But just one of them things, man, you know, like, sometimes I'll try and be confident as possible, but it's obviously a lot of people don't actually know I am the shy, reserved kid, mate. I was the quiet kid, and nowadays I've just picked up my iPhone, chucked a mic on. I'm just like, right, let's go vlog this, let's go chat about this, let's do a live stream, let's talk. And obviously in between everything else, just being clumsy as always. But just one of them things, man, you know. I'll always keep on pushing on. Like, I've learned I'm very resilient with certain things, especially like the vlogging, gym, trying to achieve things at the minute. Like, just being resilient and having consistency. They're just two of your best pals. Use them to your advantage and everything will work out just all right, you know. And also another quote I always go is every day is a chance to turn it all around, which it definitely is, man. So there's a voice break there, by the way, and another stumble. But yeah, it's like one of them. Just every chance stumbling again. Every day's a chance to turn it all around. You can actually just go out there and do it, man. So if anyone who's actually watched this video that is dyspraxic, honestly, it's never over. Just be resilient. Work out little strategies you can do every day. Just write on a pen and paper. Just write it all down. It genuinely will help you so much. It's kind of glad that I've actually had a couple of people actually now messaging me talking about it. Because obviously, people know about it, but obviously not a lot of people know about it and don't really know how, like, not to say how bad I've got it, but obviously how much it can affect me at certain times with certain things. So it's just one of them. It will stay with you forever, but you can always get over it, man. So that's kind of a wrap up of a video. I mean, I've just done this in one raw clip. It's about 16-17 minutes here. So if you are dyspraxic and this video does relate to you, please do drop me a comment, or I've got other socials as well. Drop me a message on that. I'm always willing to help. You know, I always want to try and help people out. And actually, obviously, just talk about this a little bit more, because now I've kind of actually made a full raw video of actually what it actually is, how it affects me. Obviously, it affects people in lots and lots of different ways. But yeah, it's always good to have a little chat about it. You know, show a bit more raw authenticity about me and my life. And obviously, a lot of people have got the same thing that I've got, and obviously being clumsy and speech, etc., etc. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's been a bit of a one raw take Sunday morning chat video, but I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you are new to the channel, please drop a subscribe if you are new, because I really want to smash 1,000 subs by the end of this year, and we're nearly at 400 now as well, and it's nearly coming into March. So the road to 1k subs is on, man. So thanks for tuning in, people. Thanks for listening to me chat for about 17-18 minutes. Enjoy your Sunday. Thanks again. Much love. Barno.